Hello, people, and we got some crypto news for you on this Saturday. First of all, let's talk about Worldcoin and ICP pumps. Why did they pump? Well, Worldcoin, we know, is backed by Sam Altman, the famous founder of ChatGPT or OpenAI, and he doubled down again today on basically fundraising for Worldcoin, and that has a big effect. Let's not forget, Worldcoin is like his a little spy gadget thing with his app where he scans people and their biometrics into like a system so they can be ID'd and identified. And he's done that with tens of millions of people. Some of you may not like that, but people went for the free Worldcoin. I don't know how much it's worth. I think it was like 10, 20 bucks or something like that. But that's a lot of money to people in some parts of the world. And some people were just curious in the technology itself and not necessarily did it for the coin. But Worldcoin is pumping because he's raising more money. And I think he's going to make more appearances with Worldcoin on the map. So that's why Worldcoin pumped. It might continue pumping if Sam Altman continues to make appearances and continues to support the coin, which I think he actually will. So ICP pumped because there's a rumor going around. That's right. There's a rumor going around that they secured a big partnership. I don't really know what the big partnership is. I actually have like zero idea, because I don't really follow our ICP all that closely. But there is a rumor that they secured a big partnership, and it would make sense that it goes up. Also, a lot of the top coins are taking turns pumping up and down, and it's just Worldcoin's turn, bolstered by the fact that they may have secured a big partnership, and that will get your coin pumping way, way up. So ICP, I still believe the potential for it will be around $100 at max. At the top of the bull run. I don't really see it going much higher than that, but it is above $10 now. I do expect that to retrace whether the rumor is true or not. Obviously, if it's not, it's going to retrace more, but even if it's true, there'll be a buy the rumor, sell the news type of thing, but it is a nice pump past $10 for ICP holders. I'm putting kind of like I said, my bull market prediction at around $100. Don't think it's going back to 600 or 700 or breaking any new all-time highs, because that was Sam Bankman-Fried's type of kind of manipulation that brought it up that high. And let's not forget, ICP ICO, I believe, was at 3 cents. So even if people from the ICO sell now, they're still making tons of money. There's probably some of those coins left out there. So wouldn't really depend on it going past $100, but that is still very, very good ROI for a coin in the range of where ICP is now. But yes, the partnership rumors, I believe, are what's actually pumping ICP right now. An NFT platform was hacked, and the hack was pretty bad. Indeed, it was pretty bad. Over $3 million stolen. So the stuff that's stolen, 13 Mutant Ape Yacht Club and 37 Bored Ape tokens were stolen, along with VFriends and World of Women's tokens. Never heard of those. The losses amount to almost $3 million. Merry Christmas, NFT traders. Just in time for the Grinch to steal your NFTs from you for Christmas and pawn them off online. I don't really know why Mutant Apes and Bored Apes continue to be so valuable. Don't really see much value in them myself, but definitely not a good look for this NFT platform. And if you are wondering which was hacked, it was peer-to-peer NFT trading platform. Basically suffered a breach on December 16th, allowed hackers to steal millions of dollars worth of non-fungible tokens. Once again, the platform itself is called NFT Trader. They confirmed the accident and they said the targeted old smart contracts. So obviously probably outdated smart contracts. And they stole some really high value NFTs, as we just said. At first, as usual, I came here to pick up the residual garbage. At first, I thought I could only get token, but eventually I found out that I could get NFT. I'm a good person. The value of these NFTs is enough for a person to live a free life, but I don't care about that. I prefer to pick up the leftover trash, one of the attackers said. So basically, I think he's making excuses. Pretty sure he was just trying to attack the system to see what he can actually get. He claimed to have limited technical skills. I guess it doesn't really take too much to break one of these platforms or break one of these contracts, because realistically, from what I've seen before, anyone with a little bit of knowledge can actually break these contracts. So my technical skills are limited. I can't get all the affected NFTs at once, and it's costing me a lot of energy and time. If you want the monkey NFT pack, you need to pay me a bounty, which is what I deserve. So I suppose they just found a simple loophole. So the thing is, I feel like they do need rules around this stuff, make the stuff completely illegal. And instead of, paying all these bounties, they just need to send the ninjas after them. That's what they need to do. Because if basically you pay bounties for all this crap, that's just going to embolden more and more hackers to attack your system. Like, oh, I can just get a prize if I break into your system and steal stuff. Like, what kind of a bank pays criminal robbers to rob their bank? Like, oh, you robbed $10 million. You know what? If you just give the $10 million to us, we'll give you a bounty of $1 million. There would be a lot more bank robberies then. And I actually look at, hacking exchanges and taking their money just like a bank robbery, because you are just stealing people's money. And this actually gives the chance that a lot of these are inside jobs, because, an insider, like an employee, could easily just circumvent whatever the hell you have, get in there, steal some NFTs and be like, oh, you better pay me a bounty or else. I think all these bounties being just doled out like candy, I really do think these empower and enable these hackers to hack even more. So if you want to nip it off at the bud, which I'm hoping that you do and you're not part of it, I really think we should stop these bounties and just send ninjas after these guys, or send the feds at least. That's what I mean by ninjas anyways. It'd be cool if the feds were ninjas, but they're not. So, So the thing is I'm actually against all bounties now. I just basically want them to send the ninjas after these guys, because they deserve to be brought to justice. They deserve to be treated like dirty bank robbers, because that's exactly what they are. I don't care if you rob me virtually or if you rob me physically. You're still a dirty robber to me, and you should actually get punished as one. So that's the takeaway from this. I think we need to start punishing these people instead of rewarding these people, because rewarding criminal behavior, no good. Arbitrim's outage, if you didn't know, was caused by inscriptions, and that's kind of what Bitcoin ordinals are. And basically, they were making fees go up to massive amounts, like $50 or more. This proves a couple of things: that inscriptions kind of suck, and also that Arbitrim, like Bitcoin, can't handle large transactions. Now, why is this trouble? Well, inscriptions do make the transaction size larger, and that necessarily makes less transactions per block, because a block is a finite size. Bitcoin's is 1 megabyte. I think BSV is like a gigabyte or something like that, a couple hundred megabytes. But either way, they have a limit on how big these are. And, each transaction is so big, so you just take the division, and that's how many transactions you can fit per block. And then you have one block for every however much time. So obviously, if you have bigger transactions, you can't fit nearly as many of them per block. And because of that, your process is going to be slowed down quite a lot. And Arbitrum, despite it claiming to have lots of TPS, that's lots of TPS when you have small amount of data per transaction. When you have large amounts of data per transaction, it kind of all falls apart like it just did. So yeah, Arbitrum can't really handle the big blocks, or not the big blocks, the big transactions with its block size and with its technical details. So that's why it went down, and that's why they had to reboot kind of the entire thing. And last of all, but definitely not least of all, Tether has issues. They have issues maybe with the DOJ coming up soon, but it's really with senators like Cynthia Lummis. They reiterated that lie that cryptos were actually being used for terrorist financing. I mean, to be fair, I'm sure some small amount is, but some small amount of any currency is going to be used for that. The banks facilitate plenty of that stuff. They don't go after them like they go after crypto. And Tether has actually been very cooperative with federal officials. They're expanding their freezing wallets thing, basically. When the feds say, hey, we want to look at this batch, they freeze that money, and they let the feds investigate. So they've been very cooperative. I don't know how you can be more cooperative than Tether, but it looks like they still want to target him. Why? I guess it's because Tether is not in the United States, and they want to get all the non-US crypto companies outside of the US, so they don't really have any competition for their domestic companies. I think it is a horrible policy, and I hope the House does not actually agree. I think, even if they're foreign, they should be able to compete as long as they have good innovation and good technology. But I'm guessing like they want to eventually promote USDC over USDT because obviously USDC is domestically stationed with Circle and Goldman Sachs, and USDT is up by Bitfinex. Obviously, there's some Just in Sun connection, which they're obviously trying to get here. So Tether has some issues, but Tether also holds some US bonds, and it's pretty well entrenched. This could be like, a black swan event if Tether actually has to leave the United States or if something actually happens to Tether. I do believe their reserves are back. Nothing really bad should happen, and there should be a lot of resistance if they try to pursue Tether. So we'll have to see how this actually works out, but it is something to watch out of the corner of your eye because something bad happening to Tether would actually be bad for the entire market, and it would take us a little while at least to actually recover from that. So maybe that's the big black swan event that some people are hoping for. I still don't think it's going to happen, but it is a possibility and it is out there. So that's the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe. Hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.